I buy a lot of vegetables. When I buy them, I feel so excited. I start imagining how I'm going to cook them. Maybe soup, maybe stir fry, maybe a simple side dish. But then after just a few days in the fridge, I sometimes find them looking sad and wilted. And that moment makes me feel so sad. It's not just about the vegetable. It feels like I wasted my intention, my energy, and the food itself. Probably I'm not the only one who feels this way, right? I hope not. So today, to help reduce this kind of waste, I want to share how I store my vegetable and how I actually use them in my everyday cooking. So let's get started. One of the biggest things that helped me stop wasting vegetable was becoming much more comfortable with freezing them, especially mushrooms, carrots, broccoli, and chopped onions. A lot of people think freezing vegetable ruins them, but actually, freezing can make some vegetable easier and faster to cook because it breaks down the cell walls. And most importantly, frozen vegetables are much easier to use on tired days. For mushrooms, I usually buy several kinds at once because each mushroom has a different flavor and nutrition. I don't wash them. I just wipe off the dirt gently, chop them into smaller pieces, and freeze them in portions. That way, I can quickly throw them into soup, pasta, rice, or stir fry. The same goes for carrots. Sometimes I cut them into matchsticks or small cubes before freezing. Because on busy weekdays, even peeling and cutting vegetable can feel like too much. When my kids were little, especially until they were around 3, I was so busy taking care of them that I sometimes feel like I didn't even have time to go to the bathroom. So on weekends, my husband would watch them for about 2 to 3 hours, and that was my precious time to do meal prep freely. During that time, I would cut as many vegetables as I could and store them. If I could cut them once, I didn't have to cut them again and again during the week. It also meant fewer dishes to wash. Now my kids are older, so I have a little more time. But at the same time, they eat much more than before. So I'm really glad this habit became part of my life. It still helps me now. When the vegetables are frozen and thawed, the texture change. It loses some of the crunchiness and also it becomes softer. So it may not be perfect for salad, but it is perfect for the stir fry and the soup. And that leads perfectly into the next topic. Personally, soup is probably the biggest reason I waste fewer vegetables now, because soup accepts almost everything. Carrots, onions, cabbage, mushrooms, beans, broccoli stems. Things that look slightly sad can still become a delicious soup. And this habit actually started when my kids began eating baby food, like solid food. I would simmer a lot of vegetable in one pot, and before adding any seasoning, I would take out a portion for the baby. Then for the adults, I would season the rest. So if I was making miso soup, for example, all I had to do was dissolve miso paste in the pot. Simple, right? And now, 7 years later, this has become one of our family habits. And because my kids have been used to vegetable soup since they were little, they are more willing to eat vegetable when they are in soup. That makes me really happy. I truly feel that getting used to these flavors from a young age makes a huge difference when we grown up. And the soup works really well for the busy life because we can freeze them. You can make a big batch once, you can freeze it, you can reheat it anytime. And when soup is already ready, dinner feels so much lighter. You can simply add rice with some protein like eggs, fish, chicken, or tofu, and suddenly you have a nourishing meal. So for me, soup is not just a recipe, it's a system. It helps me eat vegetable more constantly without feeling overwhelmed. Another thing that helps me a lot is preparing a flavor base ahead of time. For me, garlic is one of the most frequently used ingredients in everyday cooking. Since moving to Netherlands, it has been almost a year, and I've been cooking pasta all the time, much more than I used to back in Japan. And this garlic oil has been incredibly useful for that, for pasta and soup, pasta, stir fry, sauce. So instead of chopping garlic over and over during the week, I prepare a large batch once. I mince garlic, cook it slowly with oil and a little salt over low heat, then store it in a jar. These small things remove so much friction from cooking. When I'm tired, I can simply scoop some into a pan and immediately start cooking. Healthy cooking becomes easier when the beginning is already done. This may sound strange, but the storage itself is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that reducing the distance between buying the vegetable and actually cooking them. For example, cabbage. We usually buy cabbage as a whole head, right? And once you buy a whole head, it can take a long time to use it all up. So before I buy it, I first imagine how I will finish it. Maybe I will put into soup, maybe I'll use it for stir fry, maybe I'll make a quick pickles, and maybe I will use it for okonomiyaki later in the week. And with these 4 ideas, I know I can use the whole cabbage. But if I cannot imagine how I'll use it, I don't buy it. Even having a rough idea helps so much. For cabbage, I remove the core and place a slightly damp kitchen towel where the core was. Then I keep it in a bag or airtight container. This helps prevent it from drying out. I do something similar for lettuce and leafy greens too. And personally, I don't love freezing leafy vegetable because the texture changes too much for me. I still want some freshness and crunch. This mindset also changed the way I buy vegetable. Whenever I buy vegetable, I usually think, how will I actually use this? So today's message is this. The goal is not just to make vegetable last longer. The goal is to make them easier to use. Because when vegetables become easier to use, healthy cooking starts to feel lighter. One of my coaching clients told me a few months after the coaching ends that making pickles, cutting and freezing vegetables, and making soup had become part of her weekly routine. This may sound like a small habit, but these small habits can lead to a big change in the way that we eat over the years. If you want to try healthy home cooking but you don't know where to start, or if you have tried before but couldn't keep going, I invite you to take my free quiz. It will help you understand what your bottleneck is and what you can start doing from today. It's free, so please take it for fun with the light heart. The link is in the description box. Thanks a lot for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye, mata ne.